Good morning, YouTubers. This is your zip code Farik, Matt Shaini, in the 92805 zip code in Southern California. And the Sudoku puzzle has spoken regarding this week's virtual journey. 76705 is the zip code. Let's break it down. The 7 in the front of the zip code indicates a south central state in the United States, according to the USPS, which has interesting definitions anyway, as we'll see in weeks to come, depending upon what zip codes I get picked out. But in this case, 7 indicates either Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, or Texas. And the 67 would indicate it's a Texas zip code because anything from 50 to 99 after the 7 indicates it's Texas. 05 is a local delivery route, and 767 is the sexual center facility number for Waco. Waco is halfway between Dallas and Austin in what's called the Texas Triangle, and that's formed by, oddly enough, 5 cities: Dallas, Fort Worth, which are next to each other, Austin and San Antonio, which are also next to each other, relatively speaking, and then Houston. Inside that triangle live more than half the population. Waco is about 140,000 people, and the county it's in, McLennan County, is 205,000 people. The 76705 itself only has a small part of Waco inside of it. The rest of it is either unincorporated McLennan County or 4 villages: Belmead, Hallsburg, Golson, and Lacey Lakeview. And Waco, of course, is most known, among other things, other than being a college town, it's most known for what happened in February through April of 1993 with David Koresh and the Branch Davidians, his local sect of the Seventh-day Adventists that had a ranch right in the area. In fact, right in the zip code, just the edge of it, on Double E Ranch Road. There's a memorial park there now with a tree planted for each of the Davidians that passed away, and there's also a marker commemorating those that died as well. I think it's both Davidians and ATF agents that were there. It started on February 28th, 1993, when the ATF came against Koresh and his followers out there at the compound, and there's a siege for over a month and a half, 51 days to be exact. And April 19th, 1993, place went up in flames, and there's nothing there now except the trees and a hole and a memorial, and they charge $10 a car to drive through and check it out. It's called Branch Davidian Memorial Park, and while people want to forget the whole thing, obviously they don't. Something to think about, these quote-unquote fringe movements. Note that Waco's in the middle of what's called the Texas Triangle, and even though it may seem like it's a far out of the way place, it really isn't. It's in the middle of tens of millions of people. We often like to think that fringe groups are out there somewhere, like we heard about what was going on in Jordan, Montana some years ago, or over in Idaho with the Unabomber, or something deep in the woods. Fringe groups are really a lot closer than you think, and they're in big cities everywhere, and areas with hundreds of thousands and even millions of people. I was in a fringe group myself for a long time here in Southern California. So, folks, the fringe is not just out there somewhere. It's probably near you, and probably you know somebody that's been in something like that. Maybe not as extreme as the Branch Davidians, but there's all sorts of stuff going on everywhere. There's some groups that don't even have a name. They're around for a little bit, and then they're gone. Some guys heading it up, or some gals heading it up, and they pass away. Cautionary tale, folks. Fringe groups are not just in the fringe, really, if you think about it. It's interesting we call them that. Anyway, Waco, Texas, 76705, also Belmead, and the other 3 places mentioned. If you like, hit subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a good day.